teammates not stepping in and having her back?
I do believe that someone should have stepped up in that very moment. Um, but again, they're blowing this out of proportion. They make it sound like this is happening all the time. It's not happening all the time. That's one singular moment that's now being blown up and it's being talked about everywhere because of who we're talking because of who it happened to. That's just be frank about it. If this happened to um Kennedy Carter, will we be talking about this for real? I don't think so. I don't think this would even been a topic. I don't think Stephen A. or anyone would have even thought about to talk about this on the W on first take. It's because of who it happened to. It's because it was Caitlin Clark. If it happened to Aaliyah Boston, would they be talking about it? That's her teammate. I don't think so. I don't think it would have happened to her. Maybe if Cameron Brink, maybe possibly because of where she plays. She plays for the LA Sparks, and maybe it depends. But I don't think it's being blown out of proportion because of who it happened to. Now, I do believe in that. Like I said, in that moment, I do believe her teammates should have been like, "Hey, hold on, what's going on? What's up? Why are you doing this?" But
Mm-hmm.
like Monica McNutt said, maybe that's just not what that's not who they are. That's not who they are. And I like how Shannon tried to bring up a situation that happened with LSU and South Carolina when Haley Van Lith went up to Camila Cardoso after the hard foul that happened to Flau'jae Johnson. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, well, first of all, you remember where she played at before, right? So she played at Louisville and then she went to LSU. Like it's that those environments are kind of sort of the same. That is going to happen. Some of these girls are just not necessarily like that. You know, they don't. Some people don't like confrontation. Confrontation. That's just what it is. You can't expect that to happen for everybody else. And and I like how um Unc Shay tried to say in the end, I can't expect everybody to be like me. Yeah, you're right. You can't expect everyone to be like you. That's not what the sport is. Not everybody is the same way. Everybody has their own personality. Everyone has their own kind of game. Everyone acts differently and does things differently. Not everybody does it the same way. Would you have liked to see more of the teammates defend her better on the court in that situation? Yes, of course. I think everyone would have wished that would have happened, but maybe that's just not who they are. And plus, maybe they didn't expect it. It's sometimes when things unexpected happen, you don't know how to react at that
Mm-hmm.
in those moments. I, it's happened to me a few times where something physical has happened. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Like, how did this happen? Now there are adjustments that made, and Joe, me playing basketball, I can get physical too. I may be a small guard, but don't matter. I'm gonna play physical because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, that's just how the game goes. So maybe you may see more of this happen to where their defender if this happens, but don't try to make it seem like this is happening all the time. This is a one-time thing that happened, and they didn't defend her in that moment. Maybe they should have, but like Monica said, maybe that's just not who they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, me, I agree. Like, obviously, like this comment, he throwing dimes. You know, your teammate's supposed to be your family. All right. So obviously, at that moment, you want somebody to step in, and kind of you mentioned. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said if it was a Leah, it wouldn't have been a big like a Leah getting hip check and nobody helped her. It wouldn't be a big deal. Is that what you said, or Dave?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You good? I was looking at the comment. Go ahead.
No, no. I'm asking. Like, is that what you said? Did you say like if Aaliyah got hip checked and then nobody did nothing, it wouldn't have been like a big deal? Is that what you
Yeah,
said? Or all
yeah,
right. So it all goes back to who Caitlin Clark is. You know what I mean? It's kind of like like Steph, like if Clay Thompson would have got hip check and nobody done nothing. I mean, I guess we probably would have said something. But Steph Curry, then it's like, bro, we got that. Because that's the cash cow, right? Which is Caitlin Clark. But like, bro, why are we blaming the teammates? You blame them, and then guess what? Like Monica McNutt said, that's not who they are. What is GM doing? You know you got Caitlin Clark coming into the league. You know some women is not gonna treat her like you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be physical. So you gotta get a daggone enforcer in the team. That's on the GM. I mean, people are not gonna come to the WNBA and just change up who they are. They are who they are. So I kind of like agree with you. Like they should have done something, but that's not who they are. We can't expect them to do something. Then we gotta go get somebody else. We gotta go get somebody that's gonna be that enforcer on that team. What did the Indiana Pacers do? The Fever. Y'all in the same state. What did they do? Tyrese Halliburton. Giannis. Who my ball at? Who my ball at? Hey, James Johnson, you available? All right, we need you on the bench the next game. James Johnson, I don't even think he played. But whenever it's an altercation, this man on the court. I'm like, hold on, ain't that a foul? But anyway, you're not suspicious. But anyway, bro, you gotta get you an enforcer. That's exactly what Indiana Pacers did this season. Exactly what they did. So, and then I disagree with one thing that Monica Minogue said in the situation. She said these guys ain't willing to waste a game check. You know what I mean? Like with the NBA game check is a salary worth for the NBA, which is true. But we are not saying get kicked out the game. Like get in their face, get a tech. We're not saying get fined. Just get a tech or like sometimes you go and you just push off. Like watch out. You know what I mean? You don't gotta retaliate, but do something.
Jaylen Brown does it often. Jaylen Brown does all the Brown. Jaylen Brown for the Celtics, he does. He does it often. So just do that. He don't.
And then he'll flop. He'll push you. You push him back. He'll flop. He did that. He did that against the Pacers.
Exactly.
Once again, he had it again. So, but yeah, man, like don't win a waste of game check. I don't think it had nothing to do with the game check. It had everything to do with this is not who we are. Like we not gonna. I ain't. You see, Indiana's a small team, by the way, too. Aaliyah Boston's not the tallest girl in the world. When they play against New York Liberty, I'm like, dang, this team is small. So, but I agree they should have done something. But if that's not who they are, go get you an enforcer.
I agree with y'all that the fact that your teammates are supposed to be your family, especially coming into the season. I mean, y'all seen the media day. Y'all had her wearing the change. Y'all had her playing the boss man low. So y'all was like, we gonna be one big family because you know what this. Y'all already know what this is. This is a trailblazing season. And speaking of trailblazing season, I think that's also why the GM didn't go get an enforcer just yet. Technically, the season isn't over. So if you see the route that it's going, then you need to go find that enforcer. But because of the WNBA, they probably like, well, we don't know who that enforcer is as a free agent that we can go get. Because clearly they got them all in Chicago right now. I mean, we got Chicago, Connecticut, and Vegas. Like that's where it's going down. New York Liberty, they fight back a little bit, but I'm just saying, as far as like when you know it's going to be a tough, hard-nosed game, those are the teams you think of, and that's just what it is. So look, Caitlin, I think our teammates do got her back to the point where they like, look, you got to learn. Maybe Caitlin came to him and said, hey, don't do nothing. You seen the press conference where she was like, she kind of took that high road and she was like, yeah, I mean, I played with my brothers. I knew it was going to get physical. I just got to get more muscle and go back out there. That's the right thing to say in that moment. But I know in the back of her head, she was like, boy, if I get another chance, y'all don't say nothing, then I'm going to do something. I'm going to turn into Denzel from Training Day out here. So if none of y'all want to do it, you got to play again. And I'm going to see her again. And when I see her, I'm going to put 40 on her head top. That's probably how Caitlin's treating it. More of instead of it being like, when I see you, I'm going to dunk on you. I'm going to just put 40 on you. So you and Angel Reese, be prepared. Sorry, Camilla, but that's your homeboy. Y'all read the same smart text, so you got to see me too. So, hey, teammates, I agree with y'all. One more thing I agree with too is, hey, get in her face or do the sneaky play. There's a lot of sneaky plays in sports that you can get away with. Look, I was playing another personal story. I was playing flag football, and my little cousin got into it with somebody. So somebody tried to do a slant route. I pulled a Ray Lewis. I just stood right there. He ran right into me. It is what it is. You just got to do certain things to let your teammates know that, hey, bro, I got your back. And if it escalates further, then make sure you got my game checked because I'm doing this for you. Malice in the palace. So,
by the way, J-Mo, it's an adjustment for all rookies, right? That's true. And y'all know what's funny? Kennedy averaged, Caitlin Clark averaged 16 points a game, right? In her rookie season. Kennedy averaged 17. So, hey, she ain't nobody. So, for those who's watching, she ain't like this role player that's out here like a Draymond Green, right? It's just, I ain't trying to take a shot at Draymond Green. But you know what I'm saying? She's a bucket. Matter of fact, before she bowled her, she got a bucket. She got a straight. She got a mid range. She was like, in and out, mid range, and then she bumped her. So she's a bucket. She's a baller for real. So